The Legend of Zelda is a long-running series with dozens of games spanning over 30 years and multiple Nintendo consoles. It's long been a flagship icon for Nintendo, and for good reason. Each game in the series has generally received very positive reviews, and even in today's video game market are still highly regarded as some of the best video games ever made. While most of the 2D games in the Zelda series have been fundamentally similar, there is one game that really stands out from the rest. But why was this game so different? This is the story of Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link. If you're new here, I'm Rodney and this is my channel, Zivivi Entertainment. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to keep up to date on my latest videos. Let's get started. The Legend of Zelda is an action-adventure video game developed and published by Nintendo. It was designed by Shigeru Miyamoto and first released in 1986. Miyamoto originally joined Nintendo in 1977 and is world known for creating Nintendo's biggest flagship titles such as Mario, Star Fox, Donkey Kong, Pikmin, F-Zero, and The Legend of Zelda. The story for The Legend of Zelda was written by Takashi Tezuka. Both individuals are credited as S. Miyahan and Tintin in Zelda's closing credits. The game's design was inspired by Miyamoto's childhood experiences. He loved exploring fields, woods, and caves and wanted the player to feel the same sense of adventure. The Legend of Zelda was a huge success and was the first NES game to sell over 1 million copies and has been included in numerous best video games of all time lists. When The Adventures of Link released in late 1988, it was an instant success with many retail stores selling out of the game. Fans realized quickly that this game was not exactly like The Legend of Zelda. While the game was very good, it was very different. Shigeru Miyamoto, director of Zelda 1, set out to make the sequel fundamentally different from its predecessor. Miyamoto became the producer of the game and a new director was brought in by the name of Tadashi Sugiyama. Takashi Tezuka returned to write the script and the story for the game, and a new composer was assigned by the name of Akito Nakasuka. With the new composer came the most iconic music, and if you've ever played The Adventures of Link, you know the music I'm referring to. There are many differences between the first and second Zelda game, such as the player's view. Zelda 1 features an exclusive top-down perspective, while Zelda 2 features a larger top-down world, similar to the JRPG worlds of the time, and was mixed with side-scrolling views used in the towns and the dungeons. Zelda 2 also includes experience points gained by defeating enemies and are used to upgrade Link's attack, magic, and life. This is very different from other Zelda games where Link gains hearts for life and power is generally gained through armor and weapons. The game also includes magic spells that are obtained from a wise man found in 8 different towns. A feature found in most Zelda games today is the increased interaction with non-player characters, something not found in the first Zelda game but first appeared in Zelda 2. The game would also be the only game in the series to feature player lives for the purpose of continuing, and 1-up Link dolls could be found around the world. Zelda 2 was originally released for the Family Computer Disk System in Japan. This release was an earlier version of the game and all the dungeons are gray, unlike the English version which has different colors for each dungeon. Other differences exist between the Japanese and English versions, such as different boss names and graphics, the game over screen, and sound differences because of the additional sound chip in the Famicom Disk System. The icons for the monsters on the world view are also different, and all of Link's attributes cost the same amount of experience points in the Japanese version. Many of the features introduced in Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link still remain in the series today, such as interacting with the NPCs to assist Link with quests, NPCs walking around giving the appearance of a busy lifelike town, spells along with a magic meter, and Link's shadow, which also appears in Ocarina of Time, Four Swords Adventures, Spirit Tracks, and A Link Between Worlds. Also, the Triforce of Courage makes its first appearance and has continued to play an important role in other Zelda games. The Adventures of Link was one of the first games to combine RPG and platforming elements, which was then used in multiple other games made in Japan such as Kadash. There are also a few NES games which borrow their style from Zelda 2, such as Moon Crystal, Phonics 2, and The Battle of Olympus. Released in 2012, Adventure Time Hey Ice King, Why'd You Steal Our Garbage? Pays homage to Zelda 2, plays very similar, and includes many references to the Zelda series. It's safe to say that Zelda 2 has made a huge impact on the gaming industry and the Zelda series, with many of the new ideas introduced in the game still existing today. For the most part, 2D Zelda games return to the exclusive top-down style, except for a few side-scrolling areas in The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. As I mentioned in the Devil May Cry 2 video, this was one of those times Nintendo tried to change a sequel to make it stay interesting and try out some new ideas. However, while Zelda 2 is a fantastic game, sold very well, and is one of my all-time favorites, I still feel Zelda 2 games work better in the exclusive top-down style. I think Nintendo thought this as well, since they returned to this style in 1991 with the release of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. What's your thoughts on Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link? Do you feel like it's a classic for the NES or more of the oddball of the Zelda series? I personally love the game and think it was a great addition. It also was very interesting to find out how many features started in Zelda 2 and still remain in the series today. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe because it really helps my channel grow, and click the notification bell to keep up to date on my latest videos. Don't forget to click the thumbs up. Thanks to all my current subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.